everyone. I haven't seen you for a while. And my life has been at complete 6s and 7s since, well, pretty much the general election last year. So all over the place doing all sorts of things. And then my father-in-law, who's 85, fell off his bike, broke his hip. And so me and Charles are now caring for him in Cambridge. So life has been like whoop, whoop, one place to the other. And obviously with him with his broken hip, we can't bring the dog. And actually it's really, really challenging time of life for him and for us. He's used to being incredibly independent. He was cycling to college for lunch, which is what he does every day in Cambridge, or did. And it's really made me dig in and think about, what does loneliness mean for people of every generation? And the younger generation are really good at expressing their feelings, and maybe the older generation, like his age, are not so good. And so we've really been thinking about how to look at relationships and to try and make a difference. So first of all, I want to say thank you for all your likes and all your comments. Please keep them coming. It's simply wonderful. You know, when I'm having a day of challenging relationships with, you know, people up and down in my family and age groups, then that's just very, very encouraging. So thank you. And what we've been looking at in loneliness and what I've been researching is just how painful it is, how harmful it is to our physical health and our emotional health. And so physically, the impact is just extraordinary. The studies that say, you know, what the physical impact of loneliness can mean, that people die sooner. They are far more likely to have really systemic issues going on in their health, in their bodies, because of loneliness. That death comes sooner because of loneliness. And this is for older people. I think, you know, what we're hearing for younger people is much more about the impact that it has on the whole of their lives and their relationships. And so, you know, just recognizing that pain and that challenge and that difficulty for everyone has been something that I'm really challenged by and want to make a difference. I think it's important now because it's such a painful issue for people. They feel so isolated. They feel, you know, depressed. They feel abandoned. Really, really significant emotional and physical and spiritual impact on them. And it's not just when they're alone. They feel that when they're in a crowd. And some of the stuff that I was talking about the other week about, is this part of the human condition? And that we just haven't equipped our younger generations to understand loneliness and to understand what's going on for them. Excuse me, I'm just about to pop my tea. I have a wonderful thing that keeps my tea and coffee hot, but it pops every so often when the steam builds up, when the pressure builds up. I think also, you know, what I see is the media selling success, which is, you know, always something where we're beautiful, you know, we're talented, we're rich, etc., etc. And it's such a lie from the pit of hell that that's what success is. So when you don't have that, you feel immediately less than. I think also there appear to be fewer role models around, fewer people in your family to discuss. How many of us, you know, really close to our grandmothers or, you know, or people of a different generation that we can talk this stuff over. Sadly, divorce and remarriage has meant that we're not connected in the same way to those people who we have these lifelong relationships with. I've noticed a real pickup in people asking me to mentor them, you know, and particularly girls I get asked to mentor, which is wonderful. But I think, I don't know whether it's a fashion or whether there's just not anything available in terms of relationships. We have a friend who used to run a youth club. I have to say it's probably over 35 years ago. And he used to put, not his granny, but a much, much older lady in the corner, and she would just sit and knit, and all the kids went and had a chat with her. And I think we're missing that intergenerational element so much. And those of you who do have, older people in your lives who you can talk to, or those of you who are older who have younger people, please let me know what your experiences are, because, mine is, with my father-in-law, but also with my great-grandchildren. So, we're very blessed to have 5 generations all in contact, all still alive. So it's extraordinary and unusual, I think. So guys, thank you so much for listening today. Thank you for all the work and the effort that you put into liking and commenting on my pieces that I put up. And I really, really appreciate it all. And I'm so very grateful that we're going on this journey together. So God bless and see you soon. Bye.